So today we have a Fender 1957, and I believe that's the correct year, 1957 Tremolux. So it has a P12, Jensen P12 speaker in it. It has a 5E9 circuit, which means that it has tremolo as well as a standard non-reverb style Princeton style circuit. The amp is in fairly good condition, mostly original. This is the sides. The top does have a replacement handle. I'll show you that in a minute. This is without the back panel. I have the back panel over here. It does appear to have replacement caps along in here and possibly these. So it does look to have been recapped. It has a little bit of loose coverage on the coating here. You can see down here there's some missing, but the box joints look really tight. The case is really tight on this particular unit. The front grille looks original. Everything looks original on it except for the handle that I can tell. The panels, and obviously there's some more of the fabric that's coming loose. But other than that little bit of fabric that's loose, and there's some right here, just a little bit that could be glued back, but it's a little bit loose right there. Other than that, the unit looks really good. You can tell it is an older Jensen speaker. The tubes, it has been retubed, so which is pretty typical. It does have the original. Power cord, and it hasn't been upgraded to a grounded system. You can tell this is the original. This is the original foot switch that has the original switch on it, and it's got the original bottom here, and it does have the zip cord. So that is an original wooden. The foot switch is the original wooden foot switch. So that is original, and the power cord. The power cord is the original power cord, I believe. It's got a standard 2-prong cord. It's not in bad shape. It's not in the best shape, but it does work fine, and the amp works beautiful. Let's look closer at the circuit and the control board and let you see that, and then we will plug it all in and we'll listen to it. Okay, so this is the circuit. It's really clean. You can tell the wiring is fairly old, coming from the tubes. Nothing looks frayed as far as the wiring goes. The recap job looks, I think, pretty good. Everything in there looks very original. So on the speaker, you can see that there is a 220-626 code on the speaker, and that should be equivalent to a 56 speaker made in 1956 in the 26th week of 56. There's the serial number for the unit. It's a 01082, and the model 5E9 tube stamp code is an FH. Here we have the control panel, and you've got your power, your fuse, your light, depth, speed, tone, instrument volume, mic volume, and then your 4 inputs. There's a little bit of rust on the control panel, and here is the handle. You can see the handle is a different handle. The holes for this handle don't match what was originally with the amplifier. So there were some extra holes that were put in to this top, but that is the handle. That is the handle for this amp currently. And here is what the amp looks like with the back plate on. That's the way the amp come original. So everything looks good on the amp. Everything sounds good on the amp. We'll plug it up and listen to it. Here we have a 1957 Fender Tremolux. It's in pretty good shape, little road worn. It's got some stuff on the bottom where it's where the cover is coming loose a little bit. The box joints on it look really good. The case is really sturdy. The handle has been replaced. That is a replacement handle. I think everything else is stock except for tubes, and it may have had a cap change as well. But the handle is different. There's a couple of holes here on the top that are where the original handle's at. 2 new holes have been drilled to meet this new handle the way it was fixed. But this is the amp. So here it is cranked all the way up, so you can kind of hear the noise coming out of the amp. It's a fairly quiet amp. This is it at about 3, and I'll start at about 3 and give you some chords and let you hear how it sounds. Here's some chords. Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad. The tone right now is about 9. I like it about 9 on this particular amp, but it sounds really good down there. It's got a So it's got a really good tone. I can crank it up a little bit. The volume, let's take the volume up to about 9. Not bad for 1957. So you got so stuff like that. So that don't sound too bad. That's just the bridge pickup on Telly. You can get a little bit of a more jazzy tone. So you can get kind of jazzy tones out of it as well. Let's see what it sounds like with a Les Paul style guitar. This isn't a Les Paul, it's a Yamaha Revstar, and I know that's not a Les Paul. This one's been modified to have the original Les Paul style wiring for a 50 style wiring. And this is and let me get it up. Well, that's good enough right there. It's got very good touch. These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is a lowland and always will be. Someday I'll return to your valleys and farms, and no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Not bad at all. Great sounding amp. 1957. Sounds really cool. Okay, so for our video today, I want to compare my Boss Katana 100 Mark II with a 1957 Fender Tremolux, which is a 5E9 circuit, which is basically a Princeton circuit with a tremolo added to that circuit. And it is somewhere around a 15 to 20 watt, somewhere around there. It does have an original Jensen P12 speaker in it. Awesome sounding amp. So here's the Tremolux first. We'll play it, get you an idea of how that sounds, and we'll compare that against the patch that I created trying to mimic the sound of the Tremolux. So here is the Tremolux, a few chords. Not too shabby. That's fairly clean on the Tremolux unit. Here is the clean on the Boss. And I think it sounds pretty close. It's a little, this one has a little bit more of a honk to it, or I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure it's in the speaker. That is the biggest difference. But here's what the Boss sounds like. Very similar. So do something similar to that in the Tremolux, and you're going to get a... There's that. I think my Boss isn't quite at the same volume. I'm going to bring the volume on the Tremolux up a little bit to about 7 or 8, and you can feel the crunch. So that's the Tremolux. This is the Boss. We'll get its gain up. Not bad, not bad. Let's go back to the Tremolux. I'm going to bring the volume down, and I'm going to kick on the tremolo and let you hear what the tremolo sounds like. So that's the tremolo on the unit. It sounds pretty good. Do want to show you what drop D sounds like on this thing. I believe 1957 is sounding really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But we'll see. We'll see if that sound is similar on the Boss. So here I'm plugged into the Boss now, and this is drop D. I like it. That sounds good. Now let's see what it sounds like with a Les Paul style guitar. It's not exactly a Les Paul. It is a Yamaha RevStar, and the Yamaha RevStar has 2 humbuckers in it. It does not have the traditional RevStar wiring. I modified that to be like a Gibson Les Paul wiring. So this is the bridge pickup, and let's start in the Tremolux, and I'm going to bring the gain up a little bit to give you an idea of mist-covered mountains are a home now for me. It's got very good touch sensitivity. But my home is a lowland and always will be. Someday I'll return to your valleys and farms. No longer burn to be brothers in arms. Now, let's do that into the Boss Katana. These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me. But my home is a lowland and always will be. Someday I'll return to your valleys and farms. And no longer burn to be brothers in arms. So that tends, the Tremolux tends to be a little more touch sensitive than the Boss is. The Boss wants to give you volume, it just wants to give you volume. That will go quiet as you play it. There is just something about that amp that is magic. This is really good, this is really close, the Boss is really close, I like it, but that's magic.